What's up, guys? So we just got a new update patch. Holy cow, and a new code. So I'll be showing you that a little bit later in the video, but now it's time for the new tier list on Anime Last Stand. So let's get it popping. But remember, guys, we're on the road to 1 million subscribers. Right now, we are 91% of the way there. And when we get there, guys, we're going to be doing a 1 million Robux giveaway. If you guys want to enter, just subscribe, like the video, and stay tuned and get ready to win. Let's go. All right, looks like it's a bunch of bug fixes and some stat fixes as well. So let's hop in the tier list. All right, so here we go, guys. Let's start off with the new potentially best money in the game. We got Idol. So I'm just going to show you her max stats right now. A little bit lower than Nico Robin. However, she does have a 20% range buff as well. All right, and it also gives more cash based on how many units are near her, which kind of closes the gap. Plus a couple orbs definitely closes the gap a little bit. So Idol. I'll put her on the tier list. Now, she doesn't really go on the elemental tier list, so we'll delete her off of that one. As far as infinite mode goes, farm unit wise, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I think I would probably have her number 1 in the farm list. Mainly because she does have that range buff as well. So I'm gonna put her number 1 there on the farm list. Let me see if I can like zoom in a little bit. That's good enough. And a raid story, etc. Again, like farms number 1, guys. She gives you a range buff, and she's definitely better than Yojin. So she's basically Yojin but better. So honestly, guys, new best money unit. Idol Evo, a big W. All right, let's go move on to the next one on the list. We got our boy, the one and only Fusion Vegeta. So Vegito. So let's go over him real quick. He's very cheap. So let's get him placed down here, and let's go quickly look at his stats. Level 1 avatar stats, so we can kind of gauge it. All right, well, 500k damage. I think they nerfed him a little bit, so let's go max him out. So max stats, they definitely nerfed him a little bit, guys. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm gonna be honest, for like progressive modes, etc. He is only $600, so I'm not gonna lie. Progressive modes, I can definitely see him being pretty decent. So like for progressive modes, I'm gonna put him near the bottom. I can definitely see a little bit of potential here. Make this a little smaller. I can see some potential for him in progressive modes. I'm not gonna lie, and he is hybrid off rip, and he is really good, guys, on late game progressive modes because his ability passive doesn't like nuke him completely. So I can definitely see him being pretty useful there. So as far as infinite mode, though, it looks like they kind of nerfed his DPS a little bit more than I would like it. So he's I don't really gonna put him in the top 10 DPS, but I'm gonna put him pretty high on the water list. I'm gonna put him up there with probably top 3 water right now. All right, next up we have our boy. Actually, let's see who's next up on the list. All right, next up we have, I think they're all ranked. Elemental overall for Vegito. Maybe like right. Maybe, I don't know. I kind of like him a lot. This is on the official tier list. I don't really like Trunks that much, so I'll probably put him right about there. He's pretty good. Definitely recommended this update. All right, well, I'm getting cooked. Let me not get cooked here. So let me just like let him slide by. I like him a lot. Let's not like get completely cooked here. All right, next up we have my boy. Who's on top right now on my tier list? All right, we got Noble Captain. Now, unfortunately, I can't really show you him exactly. However, I can talk about him. I did showcase him on my channel if you want to check that out. I will say he does have a good combo with Rukia. So if you place him and Rukia down, it's going to double his damage, which is pretty good. As far as nature units go, he actually is pretty good. I'm going to put him up here for nature. Remember, though, you are going to want to use Rukia with him. As far as infinite mode goes, though, I'm going to be honest, there's better units out there, but he's actually not that bad. So I'll put him right there. Pretty decent. As far as raid story, etc. go, he's actually pretty decent. If you're using nature, he's one of the better nature starter units. So I'm going to put him up there with up here. Definitely one of good nature starter units. So I'll put him up pretty high up here. Definitely might want to look him up. So I'll just put him around here. He's a good starter unit. Doesn't really matter where they're ranked. Obviously, Jiren's still a GOAT, but he's pretty good. All right, next up we have, let's see, who do we have on the list? Next up we have our boy, Whitebeard Prime. Now, Whitebeard Prime, I'm going to show you his passive, which we're going to kind of need to talk about him a little bit. I believe it was posted in update logs. So we have some interesting passives. So here we go, guys. So the passive for our boy, Fuse Warrior, line attack that applies. Oh, wait, I forgot about his last ability. 10 electrified ticks, dealing each 10x's damage. So he does 100x's damage, which is very good for his final attack. Idles, range and damage for all units in range. Oh, it increases the damage as well. Oh my gosh, he's busted, guys. I didn't realize it increased the damage as well. People told me it was just range. That's actually very freaking OP, guys. So she's basically the new best buff unit in the game. Dang, I didn't realize that. OP. All right. Okay, next is Bankai. Extended hemorrhage and does damage equal to 3x's current damage. Pretty good. And here we go, guys. Whitebeard's ability. Using this ability as a larger version of his third attack that does an initial 200 million damage, and he starts summoning smaller waves every 10 seconds for a period of 5 minutes. These waves deal 40% of his current damage, so he's kind of like a summoner, etc., which is pretty good. Now, I will say, overall, he's not really good in raids and stories, so I'm going to delete him off that list. Infinite mode, I'm going to give him some credit. However, there's a lot of good water units out there already, so I'm going to put him, like, right here. He's actually a pretty solid water unit. I believe I actually have my DPS list up as well. Let me go pull that up real quick. It's in the pinned messages over here. I'll show you guys where his DPS is. So, here we go. ALS DPS chart. All right, glitched only DPS and Whitebeard. Is Whitebeard up here? Graybeard. Prime. It looks like they did not add him to the list yet, unfortunately. Rengoku Demon, Brook Evo. So it looks like they haven't added him to the list yet, so I can't really quite confirm. But I can say his DPS is actually pretty solid and not like bad or anything. It's decent enough. All right, next up we have my boy Soul King Shiny. Now, unfortunately, this guy has really, really low damage just in general. However, he does have this cool ability, 3.02 million damage, and he summons these ghosts. All right, 5% chance to summon these ghosts. Now, let's go reveal what those ghosts do. I've been waiting to figure out this out for a minute. And the answer to that question is, we don't know because it's not on the list. Dang, man, so we have no idea what this guy does. So please comment down below if you know what he does. All right, because of that, I will say he only costs $300 freaking dollars, which is insanely cheap. So I gotta give him some credit where credit's due, I guess. He does cost $300, so you know what? Because he costs $300, I'm not gonna put him on the infinite mode list. I don't think he's really, valuable for that. Whitebeard Prime on the elemental list, I'll probably put him right about there. He's actually pretty decent. Honestly, this guy might be the same as Brook, now that I think about it. Maybe they're the same stats and effects. I'm not really sure. So I'll put him up there as well. I will say, though, he only costs 300 buckaroos. So, you know what? I'm not going to lie. Maybe you want to consider him in raids and story if he only costs that much. Maybe you want to have a try a strategy with him. I can see it. I don't know what you would do, but I can see it. All right, next up we got Gone Rage. Now, let's see if this guy has his things on the thing. I will tell you he is not a he is not like a good starter unit. He's not too bad, but he's not great. So elemental overall for nature, he's actually pretty decent. Damage wise, I'm gonna say he's not really. Honestly, overall it's probably like right there. He's kind of like mid. Honestly, I like it better than Okora. I don't know why Zamasu is so low on the list, but he's really good. Gone Rage over here, nature again. He's pretty decent DPS. Nothing too crazy, but pretty decent DPS right around there. And a raids and story, I don't really recommend him for story, so I'll delete that. All right, next up we have everybody's favorite unit this update. We have the Beast. Dude, what the heck, man? This guy is basically Rengoku, but on steroids. Look at these stats, guys. Absolutely insane for only Overlord. Like, and Demon Burst, which I just oh my gosh, just showed you. Let me see if I still have it here. Demon Burst. So Demon Bout transforms and increases his DOT damage multiplier to 500%. So apparently he's also supposed to transform as well. So here we go. Let's try it. I don't know if I see a transform there, but yeah, basically he just deals insane amounts of damage now for like a little bit of time. You should see his damage go up, or it might not be viewable. Yeah, his damage should go up, and it lasts. Okay, I don't know how long it lasts. It doesn't say. Maybe it's permanent. Anyways, I wish these things were a little bit better, but you know, it is what it is. All right, I will say meta early hill hybrid. Yes, guys, I'm gonna be honest. He is probably the new best like starter unit in the game. So that also kind of means, like, placement wise on the tier list, I'm gonna be honest, this guy's the GOAT. Like, fire units, I mean, honestly, Rengoku, he's just goated. Fire units again, really, really good, guys. He's basically just Rengoku, but way better. So overall on the tier list, really, really high. All right, I think we ranked everybody now that's new on the list. Goldie Roger is coming up very soon. I believe he's coming this weekend. So that's good. So let's go hop on in and let me show you guys the new code. So here we go. So the new code we got is over here on Game News. The new code we got is new reroll code. SORRYLuvU for 25 rerolls. Expires in 6 hours. So this is going to expire ASAP. So new code expiring ASAP, guys. So please get it quickly. And don't forget, guys, we're on the road to 1 million subscribers. I appreciate all your support. And let's go. SORRYLuvU. Bang, 25 rerolls. Enjoy.